Welcome into the Cowboys Report. We will get into a preview of the Cowboys against the Steelers, but first some news. Punter Chris Jones needs surgery and his season might very well be over. He is going to undergo core muscle surgery to help fix a sports hernia on Thursday. He's going to miss at least multiple games. He's going to head to IR. His season might be over now, and frankly, this might be the end of Chris Jones as the Dallas Cowboys punter. He's battled injuries over the past 2 years, and frankly, the Cowboys should have had a better backup plan for an injured punter than saying, oh yeah, he'll be fine for 2 straight years. The back injury, the sports hernia over the past 2 seasons. It's concerning. The Cowboys don't know how to juggle their special teams or their injuries, and that was made very clear in Chris Jones. You guys know how I feel about him. The Cowboys have a new punter, and I would argue at long last, regardless of the injury problems for Chris Jones. Hunter Niswander is the next man up here. To just indicate how little is known about this guy from an NFL perspective, the Dallas Cowboys, as we film this, their own team website, doesn't list his age, height, weight, or really anything about him. He is on the practice squad right now. He's going to get the call up here with Chris Jones out for potentially the entire season. And what might be the biggest problem for this team is not Chris Jones as a punter or how bad he was or how good Hunter Niswander could be. I'd actually argue the holding on field goal duties might be your biggest problem, especially for an offense that can't finish even when they do get inside the red zone. So give me your one-word reaction to the Chris Jones injury news. I'm going to argue overdue here. The Cowboys knew he was banged up last year and had been bad for a couple years regardless of the injuries, and never really bothered to have a backup plan, which doesn't make any sense to me. So overdue is my one-word reaction, which I guess is kind of hyphenated, but whatever, it's my show. Get your votes in the comments section. All right, now let's talk preview. We'll also get to some Chidobe Awuzie injury news here in a little bit, too. Cowboys hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. Undefeated Pittsburgh is somehow, barely, a 2-score favorite in this game. The line has moved to 14.5. I locked in my bet on Pittsburgh at minus 13.5 because, guys, the Cowboys haven't even been able to score 14 points since Dak Prescott went down. 10 against Arizona, 3 against Washington, 9 against Philly. Now you're going to play another new starting quarterback this week, and this Pittsburgh team is good. You don't get to 7-0 on accident. Yes, they've had some close wins. Game against the Eagles might not have been as close as the score indicates. They almost lost to the Ravens, held on against Titans, but those are actually good football teams. Give me Pittsburgh in this one, guys. This is a no-brainer for me. The over-under is only 41. And look, the Cowboys haven't covered a spread all year. They are 0-8 this season against the spread. Yikes. That's not good at all. That's a complete and utter disaster if you're the Cowboys. So you guys in the comments can predict the score for me. I'll get some mine at the very end of the show. Spoiler alert, it's going to be a blowout in favor of Pittsburgh. I'm going to make this the pinned comment, by the way, so that you guys can scroll on down and get your votes in. Especially get that ad break here on YouTube. Just don't forget to put the winning team once you go on down and do that. All right, so we have the negative Chris Jones news, some potentially positive news around Chidobe Awuzie, who could finally, at long last, be back for the Dallas Cowboys. He has missed the past 6 games with a hamstring injury. He was designated to return from IR, on October 22nd. There's a 21-day window, so we're roundabouts halfway through that. I'm really beyond halfway through that, I should say. Awuzie would be a significant boost to the Dallas Cowboys because Trevon Diggs coming off, I think, his best game ever as a Cowboy, and really past couple weeks has shown some real growth. It's a great sign. I like him, don't get me wrong, but you want Cheeto out there because, hey, Anthony Brown can stay full-time nickel corner, and maybe you move Jordan Lewis to safety, or at least you got better options in a secondary that needs to be a little bit better. The defense, I will make note, was better against the Eagles, and that's a good sign. Yeah, the run defense was still not very good, but 4 takeaways. That's really good. And you know what? The 23 points allowed, hey, 9 of them came from a offensive turnover that led to a direct touchdown because the defense scored for Philadelphia, and a safety that led to a kind of fun onside safety punt attempt there. Defense was better against the Eagles, a lot better, by far their best showing. I still don't have immense confidence in this defense. I think they're starting to get things figured out a little bit. I think James Conner is going to run through them pretty easily. It's a decent Steelers offense, and that's probably underselling it. And you can't play turnover-prone machine Carson Wentz every single week. So give me your confidence level in this Cowboys defense. 1 being you think, hey, they're still the 33rd ranked defense in the NFL. 10 being you have immense confidence and they're going to shut out Pittsburgh. I'm at like maybe a 2 or a 3. I just don't think they're very good. That's why I feel confident in betting against the Cowboys. If you would bet against the Cowboys, against the spread, every single week, and really money lines pretty frequently, you'd be on fire right now. You'd have a lot of money. And you can still get involved with our sportsbook partner, BetUS. Chatsports.com/bet. Use the promo code you see on screen. That's Cowboys125. It'll get you a 125% deposit bonus. So you put down $100, boom, extra 125 coming your way for free. This line, Cowboys Steelers, opened at 14.5 or opened at 13.5. It's been betted up a full point in less than 24 hours. It's going to keep going up. If you want to bet on the Steelers to win and to cover the spread, like frankly I am, it's a bad football team against a great football team. Get in while you guys still came up with that line rises even higher. Look, it's going to keep going up because the Cowboys, in addition to having a bad defense and being without Dak Prescott again, Andy Dalton's out. He's, again, if you missed this news yesterday, well, make sure you're subscribed. We broke it down. COVID-19 list out against the Steelers, and the Cowboys will have a new starting quarterback again this week. It is not going to be Ben DiNucci. Mike McCarthy confirmed today it will either be Garrett Gilbert or the other guy, Cooper Rush, we'll get to in just a second. So DiNucci out. McCarthy says that they want more experience at the quarterback position. Gilbert has been in the NFL longer, also played in the AAF this past year, but he also doesn't have immense familiarity with this particular Cowboys offense. So he's actually been in the NFL the longest, although he hasn't, again, played very much. Frankly, Ben DiNucci has played more than what these two guys have in the regular season. He's just a first-year player. Cooper Rush, though, has the most experience with this Dallas Cowboys team because, hey, he was around from 2017 to 2019. Got cut by the Giants, was briefly on that team's practice squad. That's a bit of a potential red flag there. I'm not worried just about the quarterback's position because it's going to be bad no matter what. I am worried about this Cowboys offensive line because Dallas continues to refuse to get Terrence Steele out of there. He's struggling more and more as things go on. That's a potential issue. He has to find a way to actually get it figured out in terms of being a better player for this Dallas Cowboys team. Like, he's not good. I would much rather see Terrence Steele benched and move Zach Martin to right tackle and play Connor McGovern. And oh, by the way, this is a good Steelers front. Like Cam Hayward, I think we'll be able to play. We'll see. Tyson Alualu might miss some time. They're both a bit banged up right now. Even if they don't play, I mean, you think TJ Watt's going to have any issues with Terrence Steele? Oh, my God, it's going to be a disaster. TJ Watt revenge game since the Cowboys didn't draft him. It's going to be ugly. I feel bad for whichever quarterback is out there. He's going to get lit up, I think. We will, though, have another Cowboys-Steelers live watch party. Maybe we'll just do Jaeger bombs for any and all Cowboys touchdowns in this one. Maybe this time we'll actually get to have one. We'll bring the bar to you guys and drink away our sorrows together because I'm not feeling good about that one. But we're going to keep you covered on everything around the Dallas Cowboys. So if you haven't already, hit that big red button and subscribe. I do want to mention here some NFC East discussion and just how bad things look right now for the Dallas Cowboys. They're 2-6. They're a half game back of Washington, plus they lose the tiebreaker. They do have the tiebreaker over the Giants to not finish last, but they really going to chase the Philadelphia Eagles? I got in more arguments on Twitter last night over, oh, they should have traded for Ryan Fitzpatrick. No, your season's over. Accept it. The odds, I think, from our sportsbook partner, BetUS, are pretty darn clear on that. You're plus 750. Give it up. I heard discussion of, well, could the Cowboys make a wild card? No. Stop it. You're done. Look at this schedule coming up here. You got Pittsburgh, loss. Minnesota, Washington. Maybe you win one of those games. Ravens, lose. Okay, cool. You got 3 wins entering week 14. Come on. you're not going to make the playoffs here. In fact, you're closer to finishing last in the NFC East than you are actually winning it. And you might have a chance to do that in Week 17 in the Tank Bowl game against the New York Football Giants. So will the Cowboys, in the end, finish last in the NFC East? Type Y for yes, type N for no. Go ahead and get your votes in. All right, finally, time for my prediction. I kind of flippantly and in a bit of I'll call myself a jackass way, said the Steelers were going to win 50-3 or something like that. I've calmed down. That was an overreaction on my part. I'm sorry. But the Steelers are still going to blow out the Dallas Cowboys. This is not going to be a close game. Pittsburgh can sleepwalk and win by 20. I think that they'll at least show up in the first quarter. Maybe they'll take things off in the second half because it's a blowout. Maybe the Cowboys defense steps up early again and makes it competitive. I don't see the Steelers having any real issues. I'm going blowout prediction here. Pittsburgh wins 38-3. As a reminder, if you haven't already, go get your score prediction in the comments. It is the pinned comment on today's video.